Let's play a little Redfall. Now, let's check out let's check out a little Redfall and see how that goes. See how long we want to play some Redfall. This game is profoundly mid, I guess. I'm trying not to be flip about it, but it ain't good. It's a little on the loud side. It feels bad. The writing is pretty rotten. It's kind of top to bottom. Yeah, would it be more or less if the soundtrack was the 100 Gex Minecraft parody album? I think it would be a much more enjoyable experience. Let's make sure our color space is proper. This looks good to me. It's the sort of game that I am stuck in the middle of telling myself, like, I should play more of this because, because opinions, right? And then every time I dip back into it, I'm like, I don't want to play this. I don't want to, I don't like this at all. It just seems like a really generic loot shooter. Like a sub Borderlands level of experience. Is it true that you cannot loot dead enemies? That is true. And items pop out of them, though. Ammo and stuff will pop out of the enemies after you kill them, but their guns do disintegrate mysteriously. Here we are in the firehouse.
Overrun with blood-sucking monsters. There's only one girl who can bite back.
I really don't like the dialogue. I really don't like the... my last mission was to go find a popcorn machine repair kit.
Thank you.
But yeah, the world feels very empty. It just doesn't feel like there's much going on. And the shooting is... I feel like the shooting is extremely subpar. We have a choice of 3 missions here. Shut down a potentially fake broadcast. Go fight a bunch of PMC guys. The doctor would like his father's watch to be placed at his mother's gravesite so the two of them can be together. Let's go to a gravesite.
My mother died 5 years ago. Cancer. It's terrible to say, but I'm glad she's not here to see what's happening to Redfall. She loved this place. Loved me. Loved my father. But a month ago, he disappeared. I can only think that those monsters took him. But I have his pocket watch. It's been in our family for a long time.
Okay.
I was hoping you could do something for me. Would you take it and place it on my mother's grave? At least this way they can be at rest together. It might seem small, but it's important to me. I would be very grateful.
It's a good point that motion comic cutscenes are always a grim omen. It says Escab. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think that there sometimes is room for that stuff, but I also kind of agree with you. Okay, so let's leave the firehouse. This game...
I'm not going to be quiet about it.
Say what you need to say.
You sent people to Avon. You let folks get taken in by those devils.
I know. I know what I did.
All right, I don't care about this.
I can't.
You have abilities. You have a skill tree. It's you know, this is... I feel like every choice I've made in terms of choosing a character and then choosing the abilities and so on and so forth has been an exercise in, like, none of these options seem all that interesting, but this one is the most interesting of the bunch, and then getting into it and going like, oh, this isn't... this doesn't seem great either, and then looking at the skill tree and going like, none of these options seem all that interesting either. It's just a kind of a series of underwhelming options. We can have 3 weapons equipped at a time. You can see down there in the lower right, this gun has a stake attached to it. So does this one. When you're fighting vampires, you put them in a stun state by shooting them. And when they are stunned, you can stake them to kill them. Otherwise, they will, you know, regenerate or whatever. So I picked up that mission, right? And this shows on the map, but it doesn't really show my selected mission on the compass here. I instead have to go in and ping it, which was like a very multiplayer kind of thing. You know, and then it shows a go here thing. And like, there's just aspects of the mission stuff that the systems and menus and everything else that you're just like, this, everything feels incredibly half-baked. Let's just jump over this. We can open it, but like, let's make this weird ghost elevator thing. That's one of her 2 abilities that we have here. It makes you jump high. There are a lot of things to read everywhere. They have not been all that interesting or lore building.
It's better this way. I know what I'm supposed to do.
Okay, we've got enemies here somewhere. There.
Makes sense he's the Hollow Man now. He eats kids too. So I'm good.
I don't know, let's shoot some guns. Like, we could walk around this, but like... I could have sworn that was enough bullets to lay that person out, but apparently not. Let's put up our umbrella shield here. It absorbs bullets, and then, you know, it does the thing that you would expect a shield like that to do. It blasts people when it dissipates. Oh, hey, there's a vampire. Vampires will just kind of run at you. Oh, I got stuck on some shit there. And so we'll just shoot them a bunch like that, and then come up and do this, and that's that. Seems like any vampire you encounter in the open world basically is that. You know, this is an hour in, and so these are pretty low-level guns, but like the lack of recoil and the... like, just, there's things about the oh, that's not running great. The shooting feels very undercooked to me. It feels extremely flat. Like, in some ways, what I mean is that the guns are too good. Or like, the lack of recoil is a little too good on them. And so you just kind of like draw down on some dude and pull the trigger until it stops. And, you know, you're not really kicking around much. Like, even with a pistol, you can really kind of just dial in headshots at a weird range. The game feels like it just kind of lacks in soul across the board. You know, very flat writing, very flat shooting, very undercooked UI elements. That are not very good at kind of showing you what's next. There's a bunch of weird death mist out here. If you walk through this stuff, you take damage. I don't know if that's something you eventually get an upgrade that lets you go through that or whatever, but like, it doesn't necessarily seem designed to block off areas per se. It's more just like, well, you can't go this way, but like, jump over this and you can, you know, or like, you know, this is here. And there's kind of a, well, sometimes there's like a weird statue in the middle of it all that I thought like maybe would... Okay, yeah, see, so here's a bunch in here. And so I guess maybe I can... Yeah, these things. But it doesn't seem like me shooting them does anything. So I'm assuming that maybe you eventually get an upgrade to deal with these. Oh, there's a vampire. Let's back off so this vampire comes outside to fight us. So I don't have to stand on. Let's try the shotgun. Yeah, let's try this. Okay. I mean, that's it. You're done. We're done with this. You hopped around like an idiot. Didn't bother attacking me. And then the car blowing up did more damage to me than you did. So is this designed to be some kind of like almost platformy puzzle? And if I get through this, there's going to be fun items back here? I don't, you know, there's obviously food in here I can use to recover health. There's a basement. There's always a basement. Oh, is there another vampire down here to shoot? Yes. We have a flashlight also. Hey, another gun. As well as some food and some lockpick, some ammo. That's good. We're kind of running low on assault rifle ammo here. Much like Borderlands, you have different ammo for every type of gun. You find items in the world that give you supply points. Let's see what's in this safe. Guns, guns, guns. That's the only currency, which is actually nice in a weird way. Like, you never have to decide, should I sell a gun or salvage it? How do I get to my... Oh, I have to, like, act like I'm going to change out guns, and then it'll show me everything I'm carrying. This is... Assault rifle does more base damage, but doesn't have a stake. Oh, here we go. This burst fire. Shatters petrified enemies 25% faster. Let's see, is this level 4 shotgun better than the level 4 shotgun that we have? Not really. So let's salvage it. We don't need this level 2 shotgun anymore. We've moved on from that. No, wait. Compare. No, what? I don't want to pin it. I want to compare it. There we go. More damage, faster reload rate, slower rate of fire. Okay, sure. We need to make sure that we continue to have a weapon with a stake on it. Otherwise, that's, you know, bad. This we don't need. This we don't need. And so everything you buy costs that same currency, like the salvage currency. There's no, like I said, there's no, like, dollars and then also salvage. Which is convenient, I guess. Keeps you from having to, like, go to stores and deal with stuff. But it's a lot of this. It's a lot of, like, here are a bunch of empty streets. And, oh, we found a guy. Why is this shoot? Okay, it's burst fire, but it seems like when I pull the trigger, it doesn't immediately start. Oh, that doesn't have a stake. Right. I was like, why is that not doing the thing? Oh, there are 2 vampires. Run through this and pick up some gear. Let's reload this pistol. Where's this person? The voice sounds like it's coming from over here. Okay, there. Ah, gun. Oh no. This ghost gun problem is really getting out of hand. I assume this is going to spawn somebody I have to fight, I would hope. Okay, Did this just lead me to the area and not the specific grave? What am I doing? Okay, nothing here is like, I feel like it would have an outline around it, right? Is it this one? Okay, yeah, there. Like, just put the icon here. I don't know. I don't know. That's the design choice, right? Do you want to have... Oh, I could steal it now. And at the end of a mission, it gives you the opportunity right here to just like fast travel back to base. It's just like, yeah, go back, man. Nothing out here. No reason to stay here. You can if you want. Like there are side missions and we'll stay out here for... So here's a safe house. So let's try to go unlock the... Okay, we'll place a ping. Why is the B button not... I'm hitting the button to close out of the map. It is not closing out of the map. There, fuck. Oh, it's because this thing was still up, and it wanted me to hold the B button to close this pop out. Okay, we've unlocked the final ability, Vampire Ex-Boyfriend. Jason deals devastating damage to nearby enemies before teleporting away. Psychic residue can be collected after destroying vampires. Some cultists carry residue around in jars. Isn't it supposed to be perpetual night? Yeah, there's the sun is getting covered by something. We can't really see it super well here, but they are not done covering it yet. So there is still kind of a day-night cycle. We got another skill point. What can we do to upgrade our ultimate ability? Jason attacks more often. Enemies near the point he teleports to are staggered. That sounds kind of okay. Jason fights for longer before leaving. I almost just want to say fuck it and get more assault rifle ammo. That's how underwhelming these abilities have been so far. Jason fights for longer before leaving. What's the tree look like on this? Attack range, deal more damage, can revive me if I'm downed while this ability is active. That's a highly specific. Jason's attacks now heal Layla. Yeah, what? Sure. I don't know. What are these? She picks up an orb of psychic residue. She gains a bonus amount of psychic residue. Couldn't you have just written gets 15% more psychic residue? Just like, couldn't you have given any actual detail here? Instead of when you get some psychic residue, you get a certain amount bonus of the same thing. Take less damage from death mist, fire, and electrical hazards. That sounds okay. I'm just gonna get this. I don't know. Like, none of it... I guess, like, that's the thing, is, like, nothing here seems like it is of any consequence whatsoever. I hear a goopy noise. What the fuck is that? This must be that psychic residue I've heard so much about.
Take that, bloodsuckers.
Yeah, they fucking showed them. Stun on them. All right, is this some kind of sentry turret over here? What are we... Or is it just sniper dudes with sniper guns? I don't know why there's a bite marks there. What, well, it doesn't show on this map for reasons.
There's a safe house.
Oh, I've been spotted by someone. Oh, hello. This is the other human faction you see out on the streets. It's a PMC of some kind. This gun feels terrible. What the fuck is going on? It's like it's burst fire, but like it also sometimes I have to hold the trigger down to get all 3 of the shots, so like I can let off after 1. And so you have to oh my god, who would build a burst rifle this way in a video game? What the fuck is that is a miserable experience. What the who would oh my god. I am flabbergasted by that. Wait. You put me back in the safe house all the way over here? Okay, I guess. All right. Well, that burst rifle is maybe the worst feeling gun I have seen in a video game in the modern era. Like like you can't tap the trigger to get the 3 shots out. You hold down the trigger for all 3 shots, let off, hold down the trigger for all 3 shots, let off. That is fucking terrible. And also when you first pull the trigger, it feels like it takes like a significant time for even the first bullet to come out. Well, that's a bad decision. If that was a decision and not a bug, it's a bad one. Well, I did get that. Well, I guess I got my jumpy thing, right? I mean, we'll put it here. We'll jump over most of this, or all of it, I guess, and yay. Okay, so we still got at least one of them. That's that turret. There's a sentry turret over there. Let's try to just run up on him with the shot. I guess I got my shield too, if we want to do that. Okay, we got question marks, so we know that there's a person. Okay.
Wow.
Wow. So we need to get in here and turn the power back on in order to activate the safe house, but it appears that there's something happening in here. This is doings a transpiring. Oh, but that was just because something exploded. It's done doing it. It was not. That was not some kind of a stake launcher. That was not some kind of like puzzle. Heavy damage to vampires can finish them off at a distance. Launches almost anything long and pointy. Knives, pool cues, whatever else you can manage. Okay. Well, okay. I don't. Was this lady alive at one point? You think, or and the exploding turret did her? I don't. Whatever. Okay. Well, now we've unlocked another safe house. So that's another fast travel point. And here we can pick up some side missions. A vampire encased in blood amber will soon emerge in a new and more powerful form. To help this vampire reach its full potential, blood bags are feeding themselves to it. Kill as many blood bags as possible before they reach the vampire. Okay. Reach the chrysalis. Let's go to the chrysalis, everybody. For those, yeah, this is the PC version of the game. In case people were wondering. Okay, we want to go here, where I'm told there is a chrysalis. And then there's whatever. Where was that? The teeth marks over here. I don't know what that. I've never seen this before. I assume, is this a boss vampire? Normally you have to go on a quest to go fight a boss vampire. Does this show up on the map? Of course not. Why would it be something I could hover over and get more information about, right? Birds. Well, let's go see what this chrysalis is about, and then maybe we'll go have fun in the birdhouse. Okay, so this is like almost like a little mission here, huh? I don't... Is that one? Oh, hi. That did damage from that distance? You kidding me? Oh, hey. Oh.
There's more of them.
You seem to be stuck on the edge of that, so that's good for me, I guess. Perhaps if I had some more psychic energy. Oh, hello. What, oh, you got a gun. You're not one of those. Okay, well, you're still dead. Let's heal up here real quick. I got 2 more of these fuckers coming. Oh my god, I need to get rid of this gun as quickly as possible. Are you just stuck down there? Okay, are you just stuck? Okay, no, you found a way up. So I guess if they get that close at all... You fuckface. I've seen some people say that this game is maybe not balanced for solo play. I don't really...
You owe me one. Catch you later, Layla. Hey, Jason! super creepy.
Oh, do we have to now fight a... What? Why is there a bunch of televisions? Oh, okay.
Shit! Here we go.
What just... I assume there was a I saw maybe a vampire that I was to kill, but that wasn't... Let's go over to the birdhouse, since that's still on our map. Actually, let's see if it kept the progress on that mission, and that I still just have to go do a fight. And if I have to do the full 2 minutes of waiting near that thing again, I'll tell you right now, I am never going to do that mission. This is... Okay, yeah. So there's still a person, a vampire here. Okay. Wait, there were vampire remains. Didn't I need to get... Don't I get skulls and shit off of the boss vampires that make them... That give me something? Maybe I just automatically picked it up from walking over it. Dude. I think this game just feels like shit. That's hard. You know, like, I guess like the actual reality is I don't think any one part of this game is like abysmal. You're just like, oh my god, it's just like, okay, sure. Like the hit feedback sucks. This part of it feels rotten. This part is not as... There it is. Okay. Oh, cool. Another burst fire assault rifle. Sick. I got to get that thing equipped immediately. Oh, it's even the exact same type, but with a different roll on it. Sick. We're going to salvage this old one because who needs it? I guess we'll give her to this too. Oh no, the Hollow Man. Oh, is this a thing? That looks like it could be a thing. It's got vampire blood. It's a blood remnant. Health increase. What? Okay. Blood remnants are samples of vampiric blood infused with psychic energy. Of course. Equipping a blood remnant will increase your health and in some cases grant resistances. Okay. Rumored to lie at the bottom of vampire nests. I don't know that I'm even high enough level to equip that. Am I? Yeah. Not. I've got one. Can't equip it. That's fun. Let's go see what's over here. Where these got these teeth. Does that look like a window we could get in? This is not running great. I was curious, so I ran it with OBS open, like it was streaming, to see. And I wonder, this almost feels like it's running worse post-patch.
Still alive. Wild.
Wild. It's a wild thing to say 10 seconds after you shot a guy, and it's like the 80th, 1000th this person that you've shot, but That's right. Surprised gasp. Oh, hey, what do we got down here? You all want to see a dead body? There it is. That door doesn't just open, so we're going to have to find something. Badlands. Thankfully, there's a scaffolding here we can use. Oh, yeah? This burst rifle is the worst! Hang on, let me change to it. Hang on, leave me alone while I do this part. Now you. Hey, one of them finally hit me. Oh, you hit me again. That's not gonna... I don't like that. Another weird pile of dust. Is that thing firing a burst and then firing a single shot afterwards? So what it's doing is it will fire a burst, but you have to hold the trigger in for the duration of the burst. And since that's not how video game guns shoot, I am letting off the trigger and doing things and firing one bullet, and it's you know, it gives the player options. I think it feels terrible because also the first shot feels like it takes too much time to come out. Yeah. Hey, guess what? Not how actual burst fire rifles seem to work. It has been a long time since I've fired anything full auto or burst fire or anything in real life. It has been a very long time. Hey, you know what? It's been a long time since I fired any kind of gun at all, actually. You all a vampire? Hey! Hang on, let me change to the gun that can kill you. Oh, hey, you're here too, huh? Hi, buddy. Okay. Yeah, if J.W. Stillwater was one of the playable characters in this game, all would be forgiven. More of this dang vampire blood that I can't use. I hate wood. I guess that's it. I guess the goal was to come in here and get that item and kill a bunch of vampires. The least you could do is make the front door something I can open from this side so that I can get out. But no, we've got to go all the way back up and then take the scaffold all the way back down. Unless there's another door I didn't see. Oh, hey, what's... Are there more up here? Hi. Avon calling. Is there an even badder vampire on the top floor, or is there just nothing? There's just nothing. That might be better than the shotgun I have. Turn that radio off. It's too spooky. Okay, well, I guess we did that. Let's just, let's leave.
Just like track and field.
Just like track and field. I don't think there's any fall damage, but I don't know for sure. Wait, there's still a... Is there something here I didn't do? Is there something in that house that is still needs to be done, or... Am I dumb enough to go back and find... Yes, I am. I don't see a basement. Oh, we got a ladder here, though. Does this just go up to the... Yeah, okay. Anyone in here? Okay, that's the room where I came in. And there's this bathroom. And there's this room with nothing. I don't... Oh, didn't get this duct tape. That's why. There's your problem. None of these... There's nothing... Yeah, no staircase on the back side of the staircase. Just out here with a saw and a grinder in the kitchen. You know, hey, you got to put up boards in a hurry. You're going to do it in the kitchen. Do I typically go into new releases blind without input from my colleagues? I mean, you know, it's a varied situation, right? Like, I was invited to come see this game pre-release, but was not able to make it. And so the only thing I had really heard, you know, I saw the same stuff you did, generally. Where, you know, the last time they showed this game off and showed it to be a loot shooter, I felt like I was like, oh, okay. Like, that was the first time I was potentially on board with this game in the first place. Because, like, prior times they had shown it, it was just like, I'm having a hard time getting a sense of what this game is. And then the last time they showed it, I was like, oh, it's a loot shooter. Okay, I get it now. Like, okay. Like, this seems like something I'll try out because I have liked those. And then, you know, they did have some people come up and play it in San Francisco. And I did get invited to that, but could not make it out of town. And so I did hear coming out of that, people saying, like, it's fine. Yeah, it's all right. Like, the word out of that was just like, yeah, Redfall seems okay. So that's really all I knew about it coming in, was the same stuff you saw, and then a general vibe coming out of that preview event of like, yeah, Redfall seems like it could be cool. But I guess like that is to say, I was not coming into this going like, yes, the next Arcane game from Arcane. Like it seemed pretty evident that this would at least be somewhat different. I thought you might still see some of the Arcane touches in this game, but it really feels like that's not here. Whether that's by design or not, I can't say. I don't know, but oh. The guy with the gun, much more dangerous than the vampire. Hang on. Okay, now where were we? I was backing up and shooting you? Is that what we're doing? Yeah, reminds you of original Dead Island and Borderlands 1. Yeah. The vibe I definitely started getting off of this was a Borderlands 1, like, but also I think Borderlands 1 is a really good game, and this is not that. This to me is like a game that was thought up and designed before Borderlands, almost. Grackle. You know, from the way the co-op, is not drop in, drop out. The way that, there's just stuff about that seems completely out of date, completely off the standards of today, I guess I would say. The expectations for a co-op game. I don't know. I'm just wandering around. There's nothing fucking here. I don't know why. Like, where am I going? I'm like, let's wander this with nothing. There is nothing to wander to. I guess I'll go back to the firehouse. Which one's the fire? Here it is. That's the one thing. Fire symbol. Yeah. Holds up a map for some reason. Oh, I guess that's because you can cancel out of the fast travel. That's why that's there. So I think no part of this game is up to modern standards. For shooters, for first-person shooters, for action RPG, looter shooter, whatever label you want to put on it that way. You just look at this and go like, this is so out of step, or so behind the times, right out of the box. From how it feels to how it moves, just the structure of it, everything. Sometimes that can be fun, right? Where you're like, oh, it's like got an old school vibe, but this just feels like, this feels bad. This feels bad. And so, like, this is a case where, like, I'm gonna caveat that by saying I haven't finished the game. This isn't like a full review. If I was doing the full review thing, then I'd probably really be pissed. But because of all the time I would have had to spend playing this. This is me telling you I'm not going to play any more of this. This is me telling you that probably after this stream, unless there's some big revelation, I'm going to uninstall this game.
Our next step is going to the Avon Clinic at Redfall Hospital. If those Bellwether guys were coming in to clean up, then they had to have a way out.
The abducted brother. Is this like a side mission down here? What is this?
Hey, I gotta talk to you.
Okay, we turn on the fucking music so you can talk to me first? Or are we just gonna listen to this bullshit in here 24/7?
Find him. And go out there and get him. And has been messing with the radio since we got here. Heard him talking. They're dug in at an old house near the church. You know, the one by Wheeler's Sporting Goods. Could you find my brother for me? Me and Anna would be grateful. Little guy needs an uncle, right? You get it?
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't listen to a word that guy was saying. I wish that these highlights would go away after you read a thing. Just be like, you read this already. And or maybe just take all the I think I should just turn off the item highlights because it's not like any of them have been interesting. Okay. What now? This is the clinic. This is the brother side mission. Brother. Let's do this one. It sounds like it's just got more interesting stakes than go here and do a thing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. People that are saying like, "Oh, first death loop, now this." Like, you know, I'm not the biggest like fan of Deathloop, but Deathloop is cool. Deathloop has some cool ideas.
Someone said Reverend Eva helped set all this up. When I see her, I am buying her a drink.
Great. Good. Thanks for letting me know about that.
Those bellwether guys wanted a film canister at the Avon Clinic in the hospital. That's where I went to fix my migraines. Huh. Why a film canister?
I don't know. It doesn't matter because that's not the mission we even have highlighted right now. Or I guess we have them both highlighted, but it's... Oh yeah? Is there something? Yeah, the like... the cycle rate on the burst fire is just rotten.
How do I get this dust out of my clothes?
I've got dust and I've got dusted. Let me write a video game. What's that? I don't know. No rush. From this anger beauty sprung. Whoa. Are you in this barrel? Oh.
Shit!
Huh. Okay. Hello? Oh, there's a guy there too. Yeah, throw a grenade. You want to just come over here so I can shoot you? What are we doing? This seems bad. I don't know. Did that dude die? Or was it all a fake setup? You out here? You are.
Wow.
My thoughts exactly. What, is that it? Did I do the thing? Is that... Is there anything on... Escape the house. Okay. We can do that. Okay. Now talk to Joe. I was going to fight this vampire first, but then it ran away. Oh, you went up there, huh?
Something to play. How disappointing.
Yeah. Tell me about it. What a is this? These attacks, these melee attacks with weird ranges that still land hits, just feel bad. Like, this is
Way better.
whatever. Let's go turn in this mission. Hey, did you send me on this setup thing? Are you a dick?
Oh, you found them, huh? Shame what happened to him. Guess we all lost someone out there, though. Thanks for trying.
Okay, good to know here in the wrap-up that there was not actually a person in the barrel. It was not immediately obvious. Thanks for writing that line of dialogue. This is like, he wasn't in the barrel. Like, okay, good. Because I don't... I guess if I had gone in and looked at the barrel, maybe I would have known that. Yeah, what are you, just over here looking at cops? It's the end of the world out there. You're looking at firefighters? Like, look at that guy. He fought fires. This lady's... Ooh, yeah, am I right? Indeed.
Eva made sure I had a warmer coat. She's really a godsend.
That's just something you pop off at the lip, like just when I'm not hitting the button, but when I come up and try to talk to you, you say, Yeah, dude. Cool. Cool game. UI here feels really half-baked, too. Like, there should almost be like a button for go to your inventory, but instead you have to select a weapon to go in first. It's a minor deal, I guess, but... 98 rate of fire. A much lower rate of fire. Shatters petrified enemies 25% faster. I don't think I've... I guess I would go with the just not... base level 5 pistol. Why am I doing this? Why don't... Double barrel. Still got this stake launcher. Gulch. Anyway. How long do I have to leave before it'll let me pop popcorn again? I had to go on a mission to get this popcorn machine. I'm very personally attached to it. Let's go do this thing. Let's go do this thing.
Don't forget to take care of yourself, too.
Okay, so this is a shotgun that does not have a stake on it. Right? Oh, no, it does. It does. Okay. They all automatically do. At the beginning of the game, there's like a tooltip that says, like, you can put stakes on guns that have a spot for one. I was like, oh, is that going to be like a resource? But instead, it just seems like any long gun gets a stake. I like that any gunfire, anytime you do anything, it's just going to reveal, hey, by the way, there are some guys upstairs. You know what I mean? Hi. But here's a good example of what I'm talking about when it comes to the recoil on these guns. Like these things are just fucking laser beams.
No.
Ford sigh. Tell me about it. You fucking shitting me? More question marks over here. Better get ready for that. They dropped weird murder clouds. The red vape. The most insidious of vapes.
There's the hospital. The Avon Clinic. What were they really doing?
What were they really? We're going to get to the bottom of it. I need more health, I guess. Yeah, I guess let's pick the lock on the front instead of jumping up. Huh? Hmm? Oh.
Where are these coming from?
Do they want to fight, or are we just gonna? All right. Okay. Is there like going to be a boss fight at a television studio where I eventually like?
God, I think I got their dust in my mouth.
What? Was that you giving the line about killing the vampire like a minute after the vampire died? Hi. This looks like we got some guys downstairs. I don't know. Apparently these guys are not fucking smart enough to open a door, so let's just go.
Smells like a slaughterhouse. You get used to it. Why those guys? I mean, I expected the National Guard or something.
You guys still talking, even though you're dead, or is there just more guys? Feels like the guards have really low sense range. Very fearsome, these vampires. I'm glad that they are special enemies that you have to kill in a special way. Very tough. Okay, we have Let's use a health kit because there's one sitting here.
Way better.
Someone coughing over here. We've got to go shoot them. Hi. Okay. What am I supposed to do? What am I doing? I'm finding some film? Is that what it was? Could you put a thing on the screen sometimes that says what I'm doing and if I'm in... Oh, here's a... I don't know. You know, sometimes games go overboard on the HUD and maybe there's an option in there somewhere that I can turn on. Decent HUD or whatever the option may be, but... Yeah, fuck off. Oh, yeah? Sounds like it's going bad somewhere. Oh, hey, there's another level down, so... Okay, now we've got a marker on the HUD. Was that... Are you going to be some kind of custom fun vampire? Sin Eater! No? You just not see the light? I do have a light. Hang on.
Okay, it's over now.
Great, it's over now. Roll credits. What is this highlighted thing over here? We've got a barricaded door. We've got 2 barricaded doors. Oh, what a crazy trap that was. I just did. Give me a fucking break. Clown ass video game. We got the film before it could be burned. Can I climb in here? Okay. There's still some named thing around here somewhere that keeps giving me captions for something named Sin Eater.
That's a lot of blood. Like, lots and lots of people's blood. I mean, at least I hope it's lots of people and not, like, a few dead people. Ugh, what the hell, Layla?
That just felt like 3 different voice clips jammed together and played out of order. What am I doing? Do I go back? We go to the movie theater now. Okay. Okay. We'll put a ping on the movie theater. Let's just fast travel. I don't want to like go upstairs and have to fucking navigate out. Let's just go. Okay, I've already been to the movie theater once for a mission. And I don't know, I don't think I actually...
There's the movie theater.
Oh, that's where I had to go to fix the popcorn machine. That's what it was.
Why'd they have to mess this up for me?
Yeah, I don't know. I try not to be a jerk about stuff, you know, when it comes to video games that are sometimes fucking bad, right? Because it's, you know, shit happens. You want to talk about the companies and not the people, right? You know, like, this person did a bad job. You know, I think there's so much of that online from people who don't understand how games are made. You know, hey, I've been covering video games for 30 years. And I don't feel that I'm qualified to say stuff like that. But I think a lot of this game really speaks for itself. It's fucking bad. You know, the hows and whys of why it's this way, it's an interesting story. I would love to know. Like, was this, you know, surely this wasn't... It's hard to imagine a scenario where the people involved in the creation of this game are sitting back and going, ah, hell yeah, did it again. Nailed it. You know, I can't, it's hard to imagine that there's someone, that there are very many people involved in the creation of this game that are like thrilled about what came out, right? That is in my experience, the people working on the game are always the first people to know. They're like, yeah, well, we did what we could. It's a miracle anything ships ever. It's why we say stuff like that all the time, because it's a miracle that anything ships ever. But it's hard to envision a scenario where this was the thing that anyone wanted it to be, like whole cloth. Maybe there were people who were like really proud of like, this animation that I worked on is fucking great. And fuck with I don't say what you will about the rest of the game, but this, you know, or what have you. But yeah, man, I don't know.
I remember when a storm took the power out halfway through Rise of the Lobster Men.
Just none of it. Yeah, exactly. Nothing about it is beyond. Yes, Bryn, exactly. Nothing about it is beyond awful. It just doesn't come together. Yeah, totally. But also, I don't know that I would say that I'm playing it and going like, oh, if they did this, this would be the thing that fixes it. Like, I don't think there's a scenario where you patch this into a state where people are like, it's great now. Like, oh, you should really play Redfall. Like, instead, I feel like the thing I would say is like, you know, runs better now, or hey, the HUD is better now, you know, like little bits and pieces. But I just kind of top to bottom, this doesn't get it done. It's hard to envision a scenario where this game is like salvaged to any meaningful degree. Why am I here? Right, okay, we're supposed to be watching the film that we found. So that probably means we need to go upstairs. Oh yeah, it's on the map now. I found that I can't rely on the compass to show me where to go because like the objectives only show up when you get close. Find spare bulbs in the basement. Boy, I hope that's not a sign that I need to go back downstairs. Fuck me.
Bulbs out. Of course this would happen to me.
Oh, I leveled up, didn't I? None of this seems good. Or like none of it seems like it makes a difference. Damage done to the umbrella grants psychic residue. So that means I could pop this guy more often, but I... More bullets, I guess. All right, let's go up. No, that's right. We were going down. Because we need to find a bulb for the projector. Now, I'll tell you, you don't want to touch the bulb of a projector because the way it gets hot, if it has oil and residue from your skin on it, that will be enough to make it pop. So you really have to be careful with a projector bulb. I don't know a lot about movie theaters, but I do know that. Is this the basement? No, this is. Okay. I just noticed that the HUD changes color when you get within range. Yeah, keep it in the box. What?
Auntie?
These psychic artifacts contain locks of hair taken from a mysterious figure connected to the vampire threat. Collect them to hear echoes of her story and earn bonuses to psychic residue regeneration.
I'm sorry.
Pardon me, I'm just gonna... Just gonna help myself here. Pills here. Is that a fast way up? I don't think so. Probably not. Okay, we'll go over here. We'll go over here. We'll go around here. We'll go up the stairs. We'll get to the bottom of this mystery once and for all.
God, I hope I'm doing this right. Come on, play.
This damn thing. This is where it started.
I'm glad that they filmed this movie in such a stylish stop motion form. It's really artsy of them to have done it this way.
Gateway sample test 90, August 20th, 2021. Subject deceased. Exsanguination due to intravenous blood transfusion via heterochronic parabiosis. 2 hours have passed since the procedure.
Also, how are they have film? Best not to ask too many questions. Why isn't this on a videotape? Oh, damn it. The film burned.
What was that?
Hate when that happens.
Was just some guy? Dr. Addison. From the clinic? Oh, God. I need to get back to the fire station.
We've got to get back to the fire station. You understand. I don't know how to take that. You know, again, all we can really do is speculate. But you look at the way the mission introductions are these kind of static motion comic-y kind of things, or the way that, you know, the way that video looked there.
There's so much work to do here.
And you wonder, like, did they run out of time at some point? Did they, were aspects of this game rushed? Like, you know, you start to wonder, like, what was this game? When it was an idea in someone's head and they were like, we're putting this together, like what oh, that's a great question. Inky Ghost asks, so Redfall or Crime Boss? Redfall. 10 times out of 10. I would play this game all day long compared to fucking Crime Boss Rockay City. What, this is just here? What? Okay, yeah, well, I got that now. Oh, hey, I guess I'm level 5. Can I equip those things now? I guess it automatically equipped one for me, huh? What do we got? Heal for 8% of maximum health when you... Okay, yeah. We want to heal. We want some kind of regen. Because health is just a pain in the ass. As opposed to just like generic health increase. And when I salvage this, it just gets the same... I'm salvaging vampire blood over here. And they're like, oh yeah, you are. But also, you're just getting 500 salvage credits that you can spend on bullets. Okay. Like, did this thing get its time cut short and then it just had to get cobbled together and released, or, you know, like what? Again, I all you can really do is speculate until there's kind of more reporting done. It told me to come down here. Was it just did it just want me to get that? I guess so. Is that still a mission on my map? Okay, no, it's not. So I finished that mission, I guess, by picking that up. Sure, man. Let's go back upstairs and... So I'm wondering if we take... Because there's 3 missions here in a row that are all on the same tier. Oh, I see. And now we're seeing... Okay, so they're kind of like separate storylines. Not necessary. I thought maybe I had to do all 3 and then eventually it would culminate in something. He believes we delivered the watch. He wants me to have something in return. I guess let's see what that's all about.
That might interest you. My father kept a shotgun. When things became, well, the way that they are, I put it in the trunk of my car. But I couldn't use it. I'm not a violent man.
I'm not a violent man.
You can have it.
Okay, I cannot punch out this window and jump out the window.
How do we know you won't betray us too, Doc?
Oh, fucking who cares? Ancillary conversation. Bullshit happening while I'm running around. It just doesn't matter. Do we have anything else better gun-wise? Do I have an assault rifle that isn't garbage? Burst fire. Fuck me. I'm just going to make grand assumptions about these guns and say I don't care. Level 6 flare gun. Okay, this is... That's the trunk of that car. Let's go to this safe house and go there. And then see what's up. Any microtransactions or shops? No microtransactions that I've seen. Shops are... There are some things in the firehouse and in the safe houses where you can buy gear. Like, for example, this lost and found pile. Where is it? Oh, maybe there's just nothing in it. But usually that's stuff like lockpick sets and stuff like that. But you can spend your salvage on ammo here. And then there's even these side missions here where if I do these side missions, then you collect an underboss's skull, and then that does something. I don't know. How's the console frame rate? I don't know. I have not seen it on Xbox. I have only seen it on personal computer. It is Steam Deck verified. I'm curious what that's like. Right, yeah, you have to complete the side missions before it opens up the lost and found purchase pile. You're right. You gonna if you could hold on a sec while I reload, I would appreciate it. Did that person not hit me once? Or did my health regen from killing humans? Did that just pop instead and take care of it? Maybe it did. Good. Oh, that was maybe bad for bullets, huh?
Not so fast.
Can you shoot me a bunch so I can get some more ammo, please? Can you keep that up? Can you? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just if you could. Where'd that guy go? Did he run away? Oh. Okay. Well, we have some more assault rifle ammo now. All right, let's get even more ammo. Pardon me, guys. Can you shoot at me for a while? Thank you. Keep it coming. All right, fuck off. Ugh. The scope glint looks so bad. I assume that's what that's supposed to be. Like they get a weird glow. And I assume that's because it's always sniper guys. I assume that's supposed to be scope glint, and it just looks fucking terrible. All right, we found that shotgun.
A historical marker. These are all over town.
What? Time to return to the fire station. Boy, what a fun mission.
There was more of us. Mama.
Hey, buddy, why did you have a weird hidden item in your garage? That's my... Oh, here's a historical marker. Can I do anything with this? Add to map. Oh, okay. So it's a fast travel point. Sure. I thought the safe houses were fast travel points, but... All right. Well, that's that, I guess. Oh, you were up there. I guess my feeling is like, oh, by the way, the water is all frozen in the air. For vampire reasons. I mean, I'm full on lockpicks. I might as well, like, what? Why would I do this? I guess, like, that's the question, is, like, what's going to be in here? Hey, a vampire. Oh, I got, hang on. Let me do this. Is there another one in here, too? There it is. Okay. So why did I need to use a lockpick to get in here? What gameplay thing is in this building that makes this a worthwhile place to explore? It's the urinal. That's not how those flush. Automatic assault rifle. Well, I guess we found some gear. I guess that's something. But, like, is one of the 100 locks of hair in here? Is there, like, why does this building exist as a building I can go into? And why are some buildings I can't go into? Like, that's my question. Why is this one of the chosen ones? Is there a later mission set in here that I'm here too early, or... There's no upstairs, right? There's no... Right? Okay, there is upstairs, but it's a separate dwelling. Split level. Oh, this colored lighting. Suck it, Quake 2. The future is now. Can I look in this? I can. Look at that. Look at this. Look at it. We're video gaming over here. Suspicious hiss. Painful screech.
I can do it. Oh God! I think I got their dust in my mouth.
Oh, now the real music is going here. It's serious now. David Faustino? D. Lil has a food truck? I told you he'd be up to something. I guess we'll go back. I guess that's it. Oh, I should look at that shotgun and see if it's actually worth anything, right? I don't know. Not really. I don't know. Well, let's try it out anyway. Oh, I can't even look at it in here, huh? Well, let's go upstairs and take a mission and Well, you just sitting on the fire truck.
For keeping us safe.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, sure. Works out of a private lab. Get to the mansion and search for his lab. I mean, I guess let's advance these existing storylines. If we can kill the Hollow Man, maybe those TVs will turn off. I don't know.
I must have seen it 100 times whenever I came downtown. I always wondered what was going on in there. It looks spooky as hell, like there was a monster creeping around in it. Well, I was right. Great. Avon was making monsters, and Addison was part of it. He turned himself into the Hollow Man. Why? For what?
Why?
But how they did it?
For what?
It's got something to do with blood. Something to do with me, too. I'm gonna go in there and find out.
Check out this thing I can make. Don't you wish you could make weird things like me? Anyway.
Oh, dear.
Well, heading out to the spooky-ass mansion, I guess. There has to be something there on how to get rid of this Hollow Man guy.
This dang Hollow Man guy. Did you see the movie Hollow Man? This is a real guy now. We gotta go get him. Yeah, I would be curious to know what the what do you want to call them? You know, business realities, whatever you want to say. Like what led to this game being the way it is. You know, that sort of stuff would be interesting.
Wow, his own private beach. Must have been nice. Rich asshole.
My bounce doesn't go high enough to bounce all the way up there, so I assume I'm gonna have to... Let's see what's in this cop trunk. Cop's got a steak launcher. Why is there radioactive shit under this truck? This looks like I could do it.
It's the last house on the left.
It's like fucking Metal Gear out here or something.
I mean, seriously? Okay, how do I get in? Oh shit, there's more!
I am running low on bullets again. Here, it's one of these fuckers. This is, I died to this guy the first time because of the stupid shields. There's a lot of vampires. This doesn't seem like it's gonna go well for me, but we'll see. These fuckers. Oh, hang on. Let's do that. We gotta heal. Oh, hi. Oh, this gun! Yeah, fuck. Cannot heal now. All right, where are we? All right, let's run back down there. I think those guys stay dead. Let's spend some points on bullets. Fine. Fine, we'll spend points on bullets. Yeah, so here it's just like you can buy lockpicks or rewire kits or whatever, and then I think when you finish the other missions in the safe house, occasionally a gun will show up here for sale. And then at the base you can buy some basic goods. As well as some guns. But it's that situation where like the guns for sale in the shop are not as good as the guns you will find out in the world. So why would you ever...
There's a safe house.
Why would you ever waste money on buying a gun? Oh, did I actually take fall damage there? Oh, look at that. I guess you can take fall damage.
Going up.
Alrighty. Let's try this one more time. Oh, cool. Burst fire assault rifle. Love those. What are you, hey. What are you doing? Hey. Yeah, come fucking fight me, dumbass.
Okay, where's the lab we saw in that film?
Vampire bite. You gonna let me do this? Come on. All right.
Way better.
Looks like it's too high for me to jump up there. I was trying to think, like, you know, is there any other, like, fun option? Oh, I guess if I bounce up there, that would be.
First floor, homewares, monsters, cultists.
All right, got my tape dispenser. Time to go. Hi. There's a lot of vampires in here. Can I use the elevators to launch enemies?
How do I get this dust out of my clothes?
I have not seen that happen. Good mirror. loft key. Well, it wants me to go down. But I did find a loft key. What was that? It was like one of those shield things that... Huh. I have a loft key. What's in here for me? It's a gun.
That girl Claire says it's a security risk to use my recording equipment. I've used it for decades. All my experiments. Who does she think she is? If I could remember. Well, I have my dictaphone. Claire uses them, why can't I? Wayland sample, test 1. We need a name for it. If that man, Elias, if he's right. Gateway sample, test 1.
A bunch of stuff. So far seems to be what is up here in the loft. You gotta stake it. Good advice. Get it? It's like a... Alright, we picked up some kind of doll out of some kind of shrine, and then there was some kind of breaking glass over here, so I assume we're in a fight now. Creepy humming from a vampire. No? Nothing? Is it downstairs? Okay. Is that gonna actually be some... Hey, you know what? Let's see if there's anything in this game, huh? Oh, hey, look at that. Any, anything else up here? Or just, cool. Oh, come on. Well, we've got to see if we can find our way down. Oh, no, we're on the right level now. Okay, so it's just over here somewhere. Can I get into that? Yeah, it looks like there was an item there that I might want. Is there a window I can... No? What, I was in the wrong wing of the house the entire time? That's spooky in here, guys.
Oh, awesome. A creepy explosion right where I wanted to go. That's super helpful. Thank you.
Oh, hello. I mean, this is the first interesting thing I've seen since the water was all weird, so at least there's that.
That boy Charles. That's his name. Charles Beck. It's his blood and his sister. I can't remember. His sister made him do it. I think she's his sister. It's a fog. A terrible fog. But it's clearing. He's helping it clear. My research. They're using my research. I can remember my research. They want it. They'll leave if I don't help them. Can I say no?
Amelia's room. Okay, we now have a thing on the... Wait, it disappeared. See, it's like if I'm here, it shows up. If I'm there, it's not. See? That's... I think that's a bad choice. I don't think this environment... none of these environments are interesting enough to explore for it to be like, oh man, I don't know exactly where I need to go. I guess I better look around. Like, none of it's been rewarding or interesting. Was it back up? Yeah, it's upstairs again. Okay. A lot of TVs. A lot of CRTs. That's not gonna... This is gonna fall, guys. This is a bad way to lay this out. I'm gonna steal some of these, hook them up to my mister.
Is this a hospital bed? Why would he need one in here? Isn't this a kid's room? Oh god, I hate this. What's in the
Oh, I see.
dollhouse?
So I need to find...
Oh, looks like it's missing all its dolls.
Oh, loves to cook and bake, loves to garden all year round. And I found the one that hides at the tippy top. So... Is this a model of the house even? Or because this one's outside. This one's in the kitchen. Okay, so we gotta go find a doll in the kitchen. Yuck. More time spent wandering around. Like, again, you know, if the environments were more engaging and whatever else, like, maybe we would have a different conversation here, but... Alright, let's go outside. Oh, is there an enemy somewhere? It sure did make the "there's an enemy" noise. There we go.
Creepy doll. Love it. More?
What's shooting at me? Oh, who are you? Yeah, the regen on
Too close.
you know, killing humans is nice. Thank you.
Wow.
That is my reaction to this entire game. Wow. And then the other one was in the kitchen. So we have to find a kitchen.
Last doll.
Now where were Oh, here it is. The end of this hall. Yeah. Okay, we found that thing. We found that thing. Use dollhouse. Enter the dollhouse. Oh, it's like that, huh? It's like... We saw that Tiny Tina thing, and we were like, what if you could, Well, this is just sad. No one likes a sick child. That's not... I mean, no one likes to have the... You know what I mean?
Where the hell am I? What happened to the house? It's like it never got busted up.
Did it say go to the lab? Is that my... Yeah. That was... Wait, where was the lab? Is it downstairs? Is that... There. Oh, we need a lab key. Oh, look at the compass letters are all changing. It's so spooky. I'm in some kind of other dimension. Well, I saw question marks upstairs, so let's go up there and see if there's something to shoot. You up here again? I really gotta do this? Destroy the Sin Eaters, collect the Hollow Man's psychic echoes.
Amelia, it's time for the butterfly.
No. No, I don't want it. I don't want to do it anymore.
We've been doing this for years now. I know that you're a good girl.
But it hurts. It makes me so sleepy.
Know how important.
Ugh.
Don't you want to be well? Don't you want me to be well?
Yes.
What was he doing to her?
You've discovered a vampire god's psychic echo.
His kid?
It holds the key to understanding how the vampire gods lost their humanity. Find the tortured creatures known as Sin Eaters and destroy them. Oh, so that was just a bonus thing.
Must be nice to put all your bad memories somewhere else.
That's not even like a... No, I don't know. I don't need to view it again. Thank you. Oh, no. Okay. Objective. Destroy the Sin Eaters. Search the lab. Search Psychic Mansion for the key. No. All right. Fuck. I'm not going to watch that again.
I don't want to do it anymore.
We've been doing this for years now. I know that you're a good girl.
But it hurts. It makes me so sleepy.
Know how important. Don't you want to be well? Don't you want me to be well?
I don't think, look, I know that he's a vampire and he's conducting experiments on his daughter to, to figure out some kind of blood something, right? Some kind of science thing or whatever. I just,
That's different.
just don't write it in a way that it sounds sort of like a, molestation situation. Just don't write it that way. Write it differently. Like, that's not a, you're like, oh, it's so creepy. It's just like, geez, you didn't need to write it that way. I'm stealing bleach from the Psychic Mansion.
I don't want you leaving the house today. I need you here.
Like you didn't need to write. You just...
Like you said after the butterfly,
Now, Amelia, you know how you always feel in the afternoons.
I want to see my friends. I don't want them to forget me.
If you're a good girl, you can see them tomorrow.
You said that yesterday.
That's Addison, isn't it? And that kid. He wouldn't let her leave. Why?
Okay. Okay, there's weird piano noise. Is this going to be our... Like that I can just come over here and fucking play it too while it is making ghost music. Dude, I so don't want to do this anymore. We'll mess with this for a little while longer here, and that will be the last I play of Redfall. Y'all got any bad cutscenes in here? Y'all keeping any upstairs? All right, we're back here. Just make sure there's... Oh, no, okay. We're seeing the... We are seeing the fucking subtitles from the thing we're trying to find, so... It's got to be around here somewhere. But considering how inconsistent the subtitle stuff has been through the entire game, like, that's hard to rely upon. Okay, if we heard it in this room, it could be outside, for all we know. Maybe it's in the greenhouse. How the fuck do I... Alright.
There's those butterflies again. I guess he really likes them. Freaky to keep them all locked up.
I have a present for you. You've been very good this week.
Really?
Remember when you showed me the butterfly in the greenhouse? Well, I had it mounted for you. Isn't it pretty? Amelia!
It's dead. You killed it. Why did you kill it?
Oh man, this fucking game.
Really think she'd like that?
Ah, thank God. Okay. Observe final psychic echo. Is this it? Yeah.
Huh. So this is what it used to look like before the Hollow Man.
Remove thin layer of skin.
feel my arms.
Just a little longer. Fly isn't finished.
Papa, I can't keep my eyes open.
Stay awake, Amelia. Amelia! What am I supposed to do now?
Yeah.
He killed her. He wasn't even... He really thought he was helping her?
That's what you took away from that? He really thought he was helping her? Not, that he was helping himself?
This is what did it. In the butterfly pendant. What he did to her, I can feel it. This is what can stop him.
That's your takeaway from all this, huh? Okay. Okay, 14 meters. Professor of the Year. Wait, what? 4 meters? What, do I get to leave now? What am I doing? Return to the dollhouse. Okay, so that's upstairs. But it doesn't... The icon is like it's on this level. I guess they just screwed that one up. Dude. What a fucking drag. Return to the fire station. The remnant you carry will make him vulnerable when you confront him. Sure. Sure, man. Yeah, stuff like that is why you hear me saying things like, I don't think a run of patches is going to fix this game.
Never know what hit him.
But now you know. Pop this popcorn. Oh, after hearing that grim story, I sure could use some popcorn. Ah, yes, very nice. Yeah, done with this. Done with this. I'm really glad we get this deep lore here. Just a piece of paper that has the name of someone who won Firefighter of the Year in 2019. Like, oh, this world is much richer now for that. Thank you. It's bad. Bad game. I thought maybe playing more of it, I would at least be able to find something, a little something to latch onto and be like, hey, hey, at least blah, blah, blah. But instead, the time we just spent with it, I feel way worse about it now. I'm going to say don't play Redfall. Hey, it's on Game Pass. And so, if you're looking for a game, play something else. I don't know. That just, no part of it feels good. The character classes and upgrades seem extremely underwhelming across the board. And it's just a bummer. I don't know. Like I said, the last time they showed it off, the last little trailer hit they had for it, I came out of that going like, oh, like that again. That was the time when I saw it. When like, oh, it's a loot shooter. Okay, now I've wrapped my mind around what this game is, and like maybe that'll be cool because I have enjoyed loot shooters. The loot seems pretty rotten. The character traits and stuff seem pretty underwhelming. I have not played all 4 characters, but you know, the going through and seeing what those abilities are and trying to parse which character to pick and stuff. I picked that one because that was the one that seemed like interesting at all, and not so good. Dominito says Harvey Smith talked about Stalker and Far Cry 2 in interviews. This is not that. This ain't that. Does this game put more pressure on Starfield? You know, we were talking about that on the podcast yesterday. Just kind of like the state of the Xbox brand and Microsoft's gaming efforts overall. And they need a hit. If they had a bunch of like smaller good games leading up to the Starfield release, you'd be like, whatever, man. It's like they're on a roll or you know, like, but instead you've got something like this coming out that you're just like, ugh, like this is where you start to, I feel like this has put me in a position where I'm maybe teetering on how I feel about Game Pass, because there are too many games that have come out over the past, you know, however length of time that you've said, you know, that I think the take on it is like, well, at least it's just on Game Pass. At least you don't have to, you know, pay full money for it. But at some point, you know, when it comes to the first party stuff, of course, you know, because the Game Pass has a bunch of third party games on it, obviously, but I think that a lot of the first party stuff has been really underwhelming, and Hi-Fi Rush is a great fun surprise. It's a cool game. It's a great game. It's fun. It looks great, plays well. It's exciting. I don't want to discount that, but you know, the heavy hitters, the big games, the games you associate with the Xbox brand, the games you associate with Microsoft, whether it's, you know, the Halos and Gears and Forzas, and, you know, like Forza will come out. And like I was saying yesterday, Forza will come out. It'll probably be really, really cool for what it is. I think Forza Horizon is just a more accessible and fun game for a wider swath of people. But Forza Motorsport, it'll be cool to see what Turn 10 does and pushing things forward. And, you know, what they've shown of it, it's a very nice looking game. But in the back of my head, I'm still just like, you know, yeah, it's going to be a Forza Motorsport, though. And those are just kind of a little less fun to me than Forza Horizon. The people that are hardcore car people will be satiated. They will be very excited, right? They will be like, ah, yeah, hell yeah. And you know, I'll certainly play some of it, and hopefully it'll be cool. You know, they've shown some stuff around career building, about how they built their career this time out, that seems smart and good. But like, yeah, I don't know. The selling point of you get to play all of Microsoft's first party games as a Game Pass subscriber. You can't do that on the Sony side of their subscription service. Like, you have to want to play the games first for that to be a meaningful bullet point, right? Otherwise, it's like, well, if you come away from every first party game or just, you know, and we'll call, for the sake of simplification, we'll consider Redfall to be a first party game here. It's technically, Bethesda still runs separate. Like, I get contacted by different people about Redfall than I do about Forza, or, you know, for example, like there's still Bethesda side PR people and whatever else. But for all, you know, for intents and purposes, you know, it's a very blurry line. Yeah, I don't know. I guess like I think that there's a ton of pressure on Starfield, and games like this, I think, do kind of make it harder for the Starfield team, make it harder for Starfield to come out and meet expectations or whatever else, right? It's and also I think you look at that and go like, well, also like if we know one thing about Bethesda Game Studios, it's that those games come out rough at launch. Those games launch rough. Those games need patches. Those games have issues. It takes time for them to fully land the plane, and they often do it after launch. You look at Fallout, you look at Skyrim, you look at, like their track record for that stuff is pretty bad. And people love those games. Like it's not, I ain't blind to that, but how good does Starfield have to be to, and it's an unfair amount of pressure to put on Starfield, to put on any one game. But I think that when you look at where Microsoft is at right now in terms of games they have announced and games they have kind of on the books, there ain't nothing else that is even close to the size of the importance of Starfield, because it's the next game from the Fallout and Skyrim to, the Elder Scrolls team, like all that stuff. Like there's a lot resting on Todd Howard's shoulders right now, I guess I would say, is how I would put that. And I don't think that's fair, but it's the situation that I feel like they're in. And, again, next month, Microsoft will get in front of people and make a bunch of announcements and show games and do whatever, right? And so there's always the possibility that they're like, hey, here's Hellblade, and it's a big deal now, in a way that kind of I feel like first Hellblade was sort of not. Or Avowed or whatever. And of course, they did say that they were making a new Fable. They did say that they were making a new Perfect Dark. And I don't know where those are at these days. It says, I think, a lot of what State of Decay 3, sure. It says a lot of what the notion that we haven't seen those games yet, I think, tells you something. Yeah, Contraband, Indiana Jones. Like, yeah, there's stuff. And so maybe those games hit hard and kind of take some of the pressure off of a game like Starfield, because, no one game turns this around for the Xbox brand. I think they need a run of great games, and they have had trouble in that department. And I say that as someone who, again, really liked Halo when it came out. I thought that that campaign was a good time. I thought the multiplayer was fun. It was just kind of broken. But then the story of that game post-release and the post-release support obviously has not been what it needs to be. In a way that, like, even me, someone who, Halo Infinite was my number one game the year it came out. And I stand by that. But even me, someone who was in that position, now looks at it and just goes like, man, like, it needs more. It seems like every time they roll out a season, there's like a 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Like, it rolls out and it's broken all over again. Last time I played it, it was still kind of crashy. It was still kind of like, oh, I came out of a match and it didn't give me credit for the match I was in. And, this is still kind of funky. And, there's still kind of been problems. I guess, like, the point is, it doesn't feel like they've turned it around, and people are still playing that game and enjoying it and whatever else. But it feels like that the narrative around that game, like, is still not a positive one. And every season they've launched, there's always been like oh man, like, all the hoppers are broken for weeks. Like, people have been, there's people in the chat right now going like, I've never seen it. It's like, dude, what, go look on the fucking internet. Like, what are you talking about? What, are you fucking high? You're either being facetious or open your eyes, man. Like, I really liked Halo Infinite at launch. It was a great time and needed a steadier run of updates, a stabler run of updates, but like, all the stuff about progression and that people hated. Of course, I'm not even talking about the co-op stuff that people got all mad about. I don't even really care about that. Yeah, needed to be better sooner. That's the Halo story. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's a very interesting situation. And, I would love to see the Xbox. I would love to see this Xbox team, the people in power, make things happen and have some great games coming out, because I loved a lot of these franchises on the Xbox 360, but it feels like a lot of those franchises have gone stale. And Halo and Gears and stuff like that. Like, we were talking about Gears yesterday in the context of just like, would people be excited enough about a new Gears of War at this point for it to matter? Yeah, the time is right for Brute Force 2. Let's fucking do it. It feels like that things changed around them while they were busy putting out the fires of the Xbox One and kind of getting their act together and creating Game Pass and doing a lot of stuff, like making things happen and changing the entirety of their business, right? So to where that they don't care about the install base of the console the same way they used to, because now all the games come out on PC and the Game Pass is on PC, and they want people to subscribe to Game Pass instead of spending $70 on the games, whatever. There's like, their business is so different now, and it's taken them a long time to get all that stuff right. But, like I was saying yesterday, you line up all those dominoes, but the last dominoes need to be fucking banger ass video games. Whether it's the established franchises, new IP, whatever, they need a run of fucking hits, and they have not been able to get that together. And so, like, again, this is why I say, like, when we talk about the pressure put on a game like Starfield, that's only because there's theoretically games we don't know about one way or the other, right? Announced games that we haven't seen, or unannounced games that will be maybe coming this year. Who knows, right? I don't have a ton of inside information about what that lineup looks like at the moment. But yeah, I don't know. Like it felt like they had all this momentum around building Game Pass, and the console's much better this time. The Xbox Series X is a hell of a machine. Doesn't have the problems that the Xbox One did. Whatever, like all of that stuff, like they have marched out of hell and turned things around in a lot of ways when we think about the early days of the Xbox One, how that whole generation went, really. They have been fucking fighting and struggling and just doing a ton of shit along the way. You have to go like, man, it's like a gargantuan effort. But the last chapter of the story has to be, and then we launched the game of the year. And other games that were contenders for, they need fucking hits. Not games that you go, man, well, cool that we got Game Pass. Cool that we didn't have to pay for that. Redfall, obviously, not going to get it done. But also Game Pass without first party stuff is still potentially compelling. Like they've been out there doing a lot of deals to get good third party games on there, and I think Game Pass is still great for that. Like there's a ton of games on it, so it's not like I'm sitting here going like, oh, but like in terms of when I think about, again, we're talking about like the Xbox brand. We're not talking about the success or the, is Game Pass something you can recommend? I think a lot of bad shit would have to happen for Game Pass to be something that you straight up go like, nah, because they're still doing deals. They're still making games happen on that service. Like it's still a good value. but like the overall kind of health of Xbox, not just as a console, but as the overall ecosystem, their first party games have not been getting it done in a major mainstream appeal sort of way. And we can look at the bright points along the way and go, Hi-Fi Rush is great. But a lot of people really loved Pentiment. Like there's, Grounded was a fun story to come along through their game preview program. And some people really enjoyed that. And, they've got things along the way that you go like, okay, yeah. But like, you kind of need those little points to follow up with like something big. Or 2 or 3 big things. The way they used to, they would have amazing holidays some years, they'd be like, here's Halo, here's like a few other games, and all the third-party games you'd be like, man, there's so much cool shit coming out. And maybe it's just that the industry's just not that way anymore, or we're still kind of shaking off the shit of the pandemic, and game development is still in a funky state, which that's certainly true. In some cases, we're still seeing games that were the effect of that, but I don't know. Like that's the other part. Sometimes I start to think about things that way, where it's just like, the industry is very different now. And the big marquee game releases are not necessarily the big driving forces. It's live service games. It's games that you play forever. It's GTA Online. It's annual games like FIFA and Call of Duty. The third party games were always the things that truly mattered anyway. But, I'm thinking back to the days like when you think about the feel good days of the Xbox 360, it's an industry that doesn't exist anymore because it's people lining up for the release of Halo 3 in front of stores. It's them saying Halo 3 is going to be sold at 7-Eleven. And you're like, what? Video games are fucking huge. And then I went to a 7-Eleven and they never got their fucking copies of Halo. God damn it. That was documented on a video somewhere. But it's a very different business. And you start to wonder, like, as Microsoft adapts so many different aspects of its business to focus on Game Pass, to distribute its games in the cloud, on Steam, everywhere. They want to be everywhere that you are. It's a very different situation. And so it's kind of hard in some ways to compare to those days when it comes to numbers, because the metrics don't line up. The metrics they care about now are very different than the ones they cared about in the Xbox 360 days, when they were just like, here's how many Xbox Live Gold subscribers we have. Here's how many consoles we've sold. Here's how many copies of this game we sold. And that's easy math. It's easy to understand. Now it's like, okay, we have this many Game Pass subscribers and they spent this many hours playing Game Pass. And then some of them went on to buy games, and, what's the NIS? And, their math is a lot different now. And so it's a lot harder from the outside looking in to go like, how is Xbox doing? And what are the things that actually drive their business? And what are the things that actually matter for them? So obviously it's a very different industry now. But at the same time, I think you can kind of look at the overall output from their game studios, from their first parties, from their owned and operated studios, in the case of like a Bethesda, and you can see that like it ain't quite right. And it hasn't been for a while. That you can at least see. You can see that from quite a distance and go like, yeah, like they've had some smaller games that people have really enjoyed. Again, like a Pentiment is a perfect example of that. But the big shit ain't big like it was. And they need to come up with new big shit. Or get the big shit back, or whatever it is. But it's not there. And the answer, like maybe the answer is they don't care. Like the Game Pass turns on different metrics. And so like they don't necessarily have to have these big hits. But I feel like the best way to sell Game Pass, one of the best ways I would think of to sell Game Pass, from the outside looking in, is if you can say, we've got this amazing game and you can play it right now for $1. Now they've done away with that promotion or whatever, but hey, we've got the most important video game coming out this quarter, and you can subscribe to our subscription service and play it on day one. and play it for as long as you like. And and there are more coming, you know, and you can't play them anywhere else other than on our, you know, the services that we distribute to. That sells Game Pass, that sells copies of games, and that has to still matter to them, right? I mean, so I just look at it like that. You know, the third party stuff that's big, you know, when they're like, oh, this game's day one on Game Pass, or you can buy it for full price on PlayStation if you're a dumbass, you know, whatever. But the biggest thing they can do is say, here's a game and you can't play it on the other platforms and it's on Game Pass. Like, that is the thing that feels like it moves the needle, right? Here's one of the 5 biggest games of the year and get it on Game Pass. I don't know. But the fuck do I know? We'll see. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting... The rest of 2023 is going to be very interesting for Xbox. You know, what they do from here. How does Starfield come in? What else do they have to announce next month? Like, it just feels like there's a lot riding on stuff, you know, and some of that's just vibe, you know, as opposed to any real numbers or any real danger or whatever. But like, when you look at the Activision deal getting shot down in the UK, and you know, the Bloomberg story is like, Phil Spencer had to get in front of, you know, had to go do an all hands meeting and basically assure the people there that, like, if this deal doesn't happen, we're still here. We have this is not the entirety of our game strategy. Like, hey, come on. It's, you know, we're still, even if this doesn't happen, we still got other stuff, you know, like, the idea that story is getting written starts to tell you, like, yeah, you know, like, that doesn't sound, super positive, I guess. I don't know. Again, it's all, you kind of have to speculate a little bit along the way here because, you know, we don't have all the numbers in front of us. We don't have access to all the data that they see. And so we don't really know, but you can look at, and it's not the release of Redfall that's kind of like pushing this over the edge in entirety. It really is just kind of like, you know, Fable's been in development for a long time, and, you know, it sounds like that has not been a smooth ride. And so, is that going to come in hot? Is that going to be a mess? Is that even going to happen at all? Are they going to kill it and quietly walk away because it didn't come together? You know, like, there's just a lot of shit there. You're like, okay, well, what's happening here? There's, you know, what happens with Perfect Dark? It sounds like a lot of people went over to that studio and then fucking left. So, it sounds like that maybe that's not going great. Maybe it's in a better place now. Who knows? But that's the point. Is, you know, we don't really know the full story. But it does feel like the stakes are only getting higher. And if the Activision deal doesn't happen, then I think that they are having to scramble a little bit too. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. Have a good rest of your Wednesday. I'll be back on Friday. We'll play something else. We'll play some good games for a change. But I'm glad I spent that time with Redfall. I am right click, manage, uninstall. Okay. We're done with Redfall. Take care, everybody. And I will see you next time.